Have you ever thought about what the perfect email would be like? You see, for years I looked for the perfect email, message or newsletter to connect with my clients or prospects. I tried absolutely everything. Images, videos, long copy, short copy, funny copy, you name it. All that hard work, and I got no consistent or real results. But 2 years ago, while listening to a podcast by one of my favorite marketers, Dean Jackson, I discovered a magical email that has changed the way I do business. This magic 9 words email made me tens of thousands of dollars and has consistently brought me amazing results. And best of all, it's so short and doesn't take any time to send my clients a prospect list. Now, have you noticed that people respond pretty consistently to text messages, but rarely to email? It's fairly easy to understand. Why? Simply because a text message has 3 convenience elements that makes communication easier. Number 1, it is short. Number 2, it is personal. And finally, number 3, it's expecting a reply. Now, the 3 elements, when you add them together, create a winning combination. And if we adopt the 3 elements to our email strategy, we are much more likely to get in contact with prospects. So now I want to take this theory into practice by looking at a case study conducted by Dean Jackson. Okay? So he was doing a consultation with a business owner who sold birthday packages to restaurants. And the business owner was frustrated because he has sent out a beautiful newsletter to 3,450 restaurants prospect he had on his list. And he was describing all his new product and promotion, but only a few people opened. And nobody replied. He was devastated. So Dean Jackson told him, forget about the newsletter. Instead, send one short email with the following sentence. Do you organize birthday parties? Now he got over 800 positive responses. Dean then told him, send another short email. Could you accommodate 6 birthday parties next month? Another staggering amount of restaurants responded to him. You see, by using the short, personal, and expecting principle, he finally found a way to establish communication with them. And instead of pushing another annoying commercial message, he successfully established one-on-one communication by following the 3 magic principle. And he ended up reconnecting with all clients, establishing communication with potential prospects, but best of all, he ended up making sales with his new brilliant campaign. So how do you apply the 9 words email in both sales? Well, here is an example. For subject, put the name of the clients. For instance, your client is called Joe, say subject Joe. And now message. Hi Joe, are you still looking for a center console boat or whatever type of boat you're selling? Now let's review why this email is so powerful to revive dead leads and beat your competitors. Now studies state that just over 50% of the people who inquire about a product end up buying in the next 18 months. Okay, so 50% will buy in the next 18 months. But now the researcher went back to the people who bought and asked them what happened. Out of those people, 15% of the buyers made their purchase on the first 19 days. Now the remaining 85% made their purchase during a period of 90 days to 18 months. Okay? So what does that actually mean? That means that 85% of the person who buy ended up buying between 90 days to 18 months. Now you know for a fact that a lot of sales reps usually make effort prior to 90 days and then gradually forget about the prospects. They will send a few generic follow-up, type of newsletter, type of email, or series of spam-like message, but nothing serious. Okay? So most of your competitors will not make the effort to follow up with your prospect after 90 days. So what does that give you? It gives you an amazing competitive advantage. And I'm sure right now you probably have a lot of 90 days plus all leads. So treat them like gold and reconnect with them, because 42% of them will buy something in the next 18 months. Okay, now of course, I know we are in both sales and the timing and the selling cycle might be different. but you get the point. You understand the process, you understand the consumer behavior, okay? And you can use this email to review your dead leads and transform them into golden sales. Now make sure to stick to the 9 words email in order for it to work. And your goal is to enter a conversation with your prospect. And the best way to enter a conversation is to genuinely be interested in others and not be perceived as a spam, distraction, or solicitor. You see, I've helped many clients and sold various products and services using this method. Dean Jackson even mentioned a broker in Florida who used this exact method and sold a newly built mega yacht for over $100 million. And I actually was on the phone with him and I talked to him and he confirmed that story with me. Okay? So send this email to your old leads and get ready to sell those boats. Now that you have the perfect email, you need to understand the main reason why 20% of the salesperson make 80% of the sales. And let's look at some numbers to understand. Let's get those numbers from the National Sales Executive Association. Okay? If you want to be part of the 20% of the salesmen who make great sales, you need to accept that you will personally have to follow up with your clients. Remember that saying, the money is in the follow-up. But there are 2 things you need to understand about following up. Generic and mass follow-up doesn't work. Number 1. Why? Because if people feel that you are broadcasting to a crowd of 500 people or sending them a generic follow-up email, they are not going to feel special. However, if they feel that you are talking to them directly, chances are you will get their attention. Okay? So forget about the newsletter concept. It worked in 1998 when people received a few emails a week. But right now people receive hundreds of billions of emails are sent daily worldwide. You can be sure that you're wasting your time and your email will never be read. Treat each email message like you would talk to a person entering a store one-on-one. Imagine a customer entering your store to purchase a boat. What would be the first question you would ask them? Okay? And make sure to never use the words just checking or follow up in your subject line or email. If you want to make repeated contact with your prospects, make sure to add value and establish a short dialogue with them. Because nobody, you or your prospect, get any value from just an email that's saying, just checking. It's a waste of your time. And it's a waste of your prospect time and another email that will be never read.